my lords and my ladies of the royal court, the religious fantasy of Jonah and the whale. Now the great Lord was sitting on his rosy rocking chair one hallelujah morning when he looked down and observed by a great body of water a little mortal about 5'2", and the Lord dug the mortal, and he called to Gabe, and Gabe put down his horn and swung with the book, and the Lord flipped the pages A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and it was Jonah getting his gigs on the beach. Said, "Show is crazy out here on this beach. Man's got a lot of room to groove here in the sunshine, and now everything is a melody of fine." Now when the great Lord has something he must have done upon the earth, he calls upon his favorite children to do it. So the Lord put the sound on Jonah, singing, "I dig you, Jonah, I dig you, Jonah, I dig you, Jonah, because Jonah is the Lord's sweet boy." Jonah said, "Man, where is all that jazz music coming from anyway? Ooh, sounds like 72 jazz bands jumping off in here. Man, makes me want to jiggly." I said, "Oh, I know no seagulls learn about biz like that. So the whopper wheels and the canal birds gonna catch. Oh, I got the funniest feeling all over my body. Makes me want to just stretch my wings and oh, yeah. Good morning, Lord." And the Lord said, "Good morning, Jonah." Said, "Jonah, I got a little favor I want to yo say it that crazy. More than 6 million cats for the dog to put his finger on in the sea like Jonah. Ain't that groovy?" And the Lord said, "Jonah, I want you to cross this here Red Sea and put the message on the Israelites. They're swearing up on me over there." Jonah said, "Man, you don't mean this here big pool now, do you, Lord?" Boom. Said, "Man, look at the size of them waves." Boom. You must mean some little Jonah-sized pool, don't you, Lord?" And the Lord said, "Jonah, put your nose to the wind, and the message will come to you." And Jonah put his great nose to the north wind. It was not there. He put it to the east wind. It was not there. He put it to the west wind. It was not there. But when he put it to the hallelujah south wind, it was there. And he drove for 22 days and 15 minutes, and he came to this great cathedral-like group of trees, lifting their glorious arms up to the heavens in supplication of the Master. And down beneath the giant sequoias, Jonah saw growing a strange green vine, and he said, just like Brigham Young, "This is it." And he sat down beside it, and he observed of it, and he admired of it, and he plucked from it, and he rolled of it, and he selected of it, and he swung of it, and he said, "Man, what does that fool dibbly dog want me to dig?" He said, "Look, dog, here come Jonah, and he as ready as the day is long." Boom! Like a gigantic bee right through the breast of the waves. And suddenly fatigue hit Jonah, the back of his soul. And he laid his great body back in the waters, and he lulling in the waves, and Morpheus was creeping in on his eyebrows, and sleep came to Jonah. And he slept for 12 hours and 15 seconds, and when he woke, what did he see? I'll tell you what he saw. He saw a giant whale. And what did he say when he saw that whale? He said, "Man, get me from this scene immediately." And what did the whale say? The whale said, "If I not mistake my news, I just pulled some crazy jazz." He said, "This here the bending end." Jonah say, "What you mean bending end, Mr. Whale?" Whale say, "Look, he dead. He talks too." Jonah say, "Of course I talk, Mr. Whale. Ain't you digging marine news? Ain't you hip to what's going down round here in these waters?" Whale say, "Well, wait a minute there, take it easy now." Jonah say, "Ain't no taking it easy, Mr. Whale. This here is a big pool, so you can go and groove your way." I'll groove mine. I'll sweep the scene and dig you later. Well, say, what's this little bit about nothing and me miles away from no place? He said, you gonna hit me the king or the dig or the lickings. Said, I got two good minds to gobble you up. Jonah said, don't you do that, Mr. Whale, 'cause if you do, I'm gonna knock you in your most delicate gear. Whale say, that be it, huh? And he swallowed Jonah. And here's Jonah slipping and sliding from one side of this giant sea mammal to the other, fear and carrying aside. He couldn't go out the front end and was afraid to go out the back, and finally fell down on these great, thick, blubbery rugs, and a piteous sound came from Jonah. He said, Lord, can you dig me in this here fish? And the Lord said, I got you covered, Jonah. And Jonah said, man, that Lord sure got a crazy sense of humor. Telling me he's got it covered? That cat's got me surrounded. And the Lord said, Jonah, reach into your watertight pocket and take from there some of the great cigarettes you got from the great tree, and courage will return to you. And Jonah did. And so, here's Jonah, sitting inside this giant sea mammal, smoking these strange cigarettes, watching the pistons pound, driving it, boom, pushing on the valves, and slamming it, expanding. And finally, the whale say, Jonah. And Jonah say, what is it, fish? The whale say, what is it, fish? Jonah say, that's right, Mr. Fish. You got a new captain on this here mess now. I ain't on the outside no more. I'm inside now. Whale say, Jonah, what in the world is you smoking down there? I thought I was off to the 50 Islands. Here I is just 10 minutes away from the Panama Canal. This jazz is got to go. Jonah say, what you care what I'm smoking down here, Mr. Fish? I'm the captain of this mess now. I've done explained to you before. We'll say, Jonah, why you gotta go stomping all over my engine like that there for, boy? Can't you just sit down someplace and cool yourself? You're getting the ride for nothing. Jonah say, I stomp all over this here engine room as long as I want. Say, what is this wheel for? We'll say, I said, goddamn, why you gotta mess with my room like that there for? I said, can't you just mellow out and hang loose, man? You're getting the ride for nothing. Jonah say, what is this lever for? We'll say, look out there, Jonah, boy, I meant you. Boy, Jonah, you got my full speed ahead lever. Look out for the rock on the right, Jonah. Jonah say, cool. The whale say, this ain't cool. We in the shallow waters now. Jonah say, that's all I need to know. And for bam, hit the whale's big sneeze-o-meter and blew him out onto the cool, groovy sands of serenity. Which only goes to prove, as Confucius said many, many years ago, which translated briefly means, if you get to it and you cannot do it, there you jolly well are, aren't you?